Good morning, everyone. Welcome. So good to see you all here bright and early. After the mix and mingle where we actually mixed and we mingled, baby. We had a time. Who was there last night? Oh, okay. So really excited that you all started the conference with us last night at the Mix and Mingle. I know I had a time in my yellow suit, and I hope you all enjoyed the spoken word presentations, the music, the food, and just the planetarium vibes. It was pretty awesome. And so I know we're running a little bit behind. I'm looking at Janice. She like, what we doing? So I always write remarks for my opening remarks, and I never go on my script, so I always go off the top of my head. So I was just recently on a podcast, the Melanin Initiative, TMI. Shout out to Dr. Madison. Yes, she is a DMP of color, and she's always repping docs, and I love it. And so she was like, let's talk about the conference. We're like, what are you excited about? And I was like, I'm always excited about when I get the opportunity to stand before you and see everyone's smiling faces, and then just feeling all like the posts, mix and mingle vibes, and just everyone just feeling so inspired and so excited to be here and just so rejuvenated, because a lot of us are in places and spaces where we are the only one. And that can really, really just empty your cup. So I love to see people in their spark and get their cup filled here at DMPs of Color Conference, and just the fires that are lit that I know are just going to continue to ripple effect and share more about us as an organization. And so I always have to give a little history about the organization. So back in the day, circa 20-ish, 16, I was in a doctoral program, and I was in that program, and I felt like I wasn't getting the things that I needed. I felt alone because I was the only Black woman in my cohort at the time, and I really craved community. I felt like I wasn't getting access to resources that I could see my other cohort mates getting, and I'm just like, what is happening here? And so I tried to find an organization that really met the need that I was looking for. I wanted an organization that was focused on nurses of color in pursuit of their DMP, and I couldn't find it. So I threw together a Facebook group, not knowing that it would be anything of substance, that it would ripple into this. And with that group, I began to see this common thread of our connection through our experiences, and then just also the power that we had when we came together as a collective. And from that group, it just began to just bubble up with all this organic connection, this mentorship, and what I always say, the sharing of the game secrets, because there's a lot of gatekeeping in nursing. And we began to elevate each other. We began to just pour into each other. So we had people that were in the tunnel and the people that were the lights at the end of the tunnel. So we're just like rooting for each other, just genuinely wanting to see each other succeed, because we all knew the importance of us being successful, especially at the doctoral level. Because the way nursing is, you gotta have that paper to gain access to different tables and spaces and places. And with the doctoral degree, it affords you that power. And that was the inspiration behind this theme that we have, the Power Playbook, Leadership, Advocacy, in the Arts. And so when we began to see that power that we had in that connection and that networking, and we began to see how that networking expanded our net worth. Y'all don't know, I always say that. Your network is connected to your what? Oh, y'all ain't right, you ain't ready. I'm gonna say it again. So your network is connected to your Yes, so people were starting to share where the money reside, where the opportunities were, the fellowships, ways to get published, how to get access to jobs in academia. So that network began to expand our net worth, which gave us more leverage for power, which gave us more leverage for the words to speak when we were at that table, that gave us the tools to be equipped to be able to lead, to advocate, and innovate, AKA the arts. And so the group just continued to grow. And before I knew it, we were like coast to coast, just as a Facebook group. And I'm like, man, this is a thing, and so in a lot of conversations, people were like, we need to make this an official thing. And I'm like, what's an official thing? And someone was like, it need to be a nonprofit. And I said, oh my God, a nonprofit. So I began looking up, and decided to do a C3 because I was like, I just wanted to be this thing that offered resources and support and opportunities. And so that's when I started beginning to get my tagline, I build communities that create opportunities. And so now, fast forward to today, we are international, baby. We have folks in Canada. Shout out to the Canadian docs. We have a lot of docs on the continent. Ghana, we're going to be going to Ghana in January. Hey! We have folks in Haiti, and then obviously coast to coast from California, New York, Georgia, Florida. We got docs in Maine. Where the docs in Maine at? Obviously docs in Philly. We're just, DMPs of color are everywhere. So for me as a founder and someone that was just kind of created something out of a need, and just to see it fill a need for so many people, no matter what walk of life, how you identify, that people feel like they have a seat at this table. And I always say that, I was like, there's a seat at this table for everybody, okay? And so we want you to bring your whole self, your authentic self. We want you to network. So if you don't have a QR code readily available, if you have a LinkedIn profile, there is a QR code that they provide for you for your LinkedIn. Make sure you're connecting with people because your network is your okay. And there's a whole lot of power in this room, okay? So I really want you to take advantage of that. So just digging a little bit deeper into the theme, I really like to focus in on curating energy into the experience here. And we start by centering it on the theme. And since it's a big election year, there's a lot of power being tossed around, but also wanted us to recognize the power we have as DMPs of color, as DMP prepared nurses, as professionals, as leaders, as clinicians. And so when you have that power, you're able to curate a playbook. And a playbook is a means that you can put all the game secrets in so that you can run those plays so that you can be successful in the game. And some of the tools that when we were thinking about the theme that are critical to have in your game book toolbox is leadership. We all know that the DMP degree is centered around being a leader. And when you're a leader, you're able to strategize, you're able to maneuver, you're able to navigate certain spaces, and you're able to bring so many people as a collective with you. Everyone leads in so many different ways. And so I want everyone to liberate themselves that leadership has to be attached to a title. Leader is basically one that can inspire someone to tap their potential and talents and use it to move a mission forward, whatever that may be for you. And then the next one is advocacy. We have to leverage our power, use the plays in our playbook to be able to lead and advocate in so many different ways because our voice is critically important. We all see what's going on in the world. We all see the challenges, but it also gives us opportunities to rise up and advocate. And then the last piece is the arts. I get a lot of questions about like, why are we doing the arts? And I'm like, the arts is also a foundation of nursing. We felt like as nursing has kind of evolved, we've kind of lost touch of the arts. And the arts for us is a way that we make that connection. We all know that arts heals. Arts is a way to communicate without words. Arts is a way that we re-empower ourselves and find our voice. And so also, nursing likes to use the word innovation. So arts is also a code word for innovation. So bring your creativity and thinking outside the box. That has been my life, is thinking outside the box, and I hope that I'm inviting you all to start thinking outside the box and feel empowered to find your voice, feel empowered to lead, feel empowered to advocate, and curate that playbook and pay it forward so that we all can be in our full authentic selves and that we all can change the game and forge new paths. So with that, I thank you for being here. And in the spirit of arts, we do have a presentation, but I want to invite Dr. Derby Davis to get us all aligned with each other and our energy with this time.
much, Dr. Danielle. It's always a pleasure being at this lovely conference. So to get started, we always have to set the intention. That's how we roll, right? So I'm going to sound the bell, and then we're going to do a I'm going to sound the bell, the sound bowl, sound and vibration, and then we're going to do a meditation together, okay? All right, so I'm going to sound the bell. And I'm cleansing the space also. And now I'd like to invite you guys to just close your eyes or gently lower your gaze and begin to take some deep breath, inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. And just allowing yourself to be present right here, right now, in this moment. And let's begin by grounding ourselves in gratitude, connecting to the heartbeat of our ancestors, the ones who came before us, who paved the way with resilience, courage, and unwavering strength. Feel their presence here right now. And remember that each breath you take is a reminder of their resilience, their dreams, and their prayers for your success. As you continue to breathe, just inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth, today, in this space, we are grateful for the ancestors whose wisdom flows in and through us. Their spirits stand beside us as we heal, as we educate, and advocate for those who follow our footsteps. Continuing to breathe. In moments of challenge, we know that they endured so that we may rise and thrive. We honor them by embracing our roles as nurses, as educators, as leaders, knowing that our work carries forward their legacy. Today, we are grateful for the opportunity to shape the future, to lead with integrity, and to uplift others on this journey. Our leadership is rooted in the strength and triumphs of those who came before us, and today we commit ourselves to lead by example. We will continue to break barriers. We will continue to inspire others, knowing that our voice is essential. Our voice is powerful. Continue to breathe. We are grateful for the gift of advocacy, and today we stand in the gap for those whose voices are silenced or overlooked. We recognize that advocacy is more than responsibility. It is a calling, a privilege for us to use our voices, our knowledge, and our influence to amplify the needs of the vulnerable and those who are marginalized. Our advocacy is rooted in empathy, fueled by courage, and sustained by the belief that every person deserves dignity, respect, and access to opportunities. We understand that we can shift the narrative, transform lives, and create a more just and equitable world for all. Continuing to breathe. We know that through the arts, we express our truth, we heal our spirits, and inspire others. The arts provide a space where our deepest emotions, experiences, and aspirations take form, allowing us to communicate what words cannot. Creativity not only heals us, but it connects us by bridging the gap between cultures, generations, and experiences. Creativity empowers us to reclaim our narrative, celebrate our uniqueness, and invite others into shared moments of reflection and transformation. Finally, we carry forward the torch of progress, ignited by sacrifices, dreams, resilience of our ancestors. With every breath we take, we honor their legacy. We are mindful of the battles they fought and the victories won to bring us to this beautiful place today. And so today, we move forward with a deep sense of gratitude and responsibility to continue the work of the ancestors and those who paved the way for us to create a world that reflects the fullness of our collective potential. Together, we push boundaries. Together, we challenge the status quo. And together, we ensure that the light of our progress never dims. And now you can open your eyes and return to this space.